Comic Army. Happy New Comic Book Day. My name is Chris, the Comic Vet. Hope this live stream finds you safe and well. Well. What can we talk about? Can we talk about Black Adam? Can we talk about Andor? Can we talk about today's books? Now, let's talk about C3. Rob, how are you feeling?
I'm still tired.
You're still tired.
I'm still working hard, multiple hours a day, trying to do the back end logistics. Yeah. It's not. There's the joy of essentially, the way that we were moving items for the auctions and for the giveaways and through YouTube, people logging things as YouTube and IG names, and then the submissions are coming in to the platform with real names and trying to marry those together in a very manual process, and also then match up make sure addresses are there. And hey, then I can't just share a list of addresses with everybody because there's privacy issues. So parsing it out and only giving people the addresses for the stuff that they're actually shipping. That was a 2-day ordeal there. And then, last night I spent the better part of a day, probably about 6 hours packing up. I have over 80 items, about 70 parcels that needed to be packaged up. So yeah, there's a lot of packing. Standing in my garage for that long hurts my knees. And now I got to do labels, and I hope to have it all to the post office by Friday to get it out the door.
Well, in all fairness, Mark did say January, so everyone should just
yeah.
There
were a few people that reached out almost right away, asking like, "Hey, so what's going on? When am I going to get my stuff?" And I'm like, "Oh,
really?"
Yeah, there were. And then there's I know, hey, people are curious. They want to make sure I have their address or something. It's like, I got an address. And then, the one that's actually been the biggest headache is actually they hit up the number of people who've reached out and said, hey, congratulations. Can I pick your brain? Because we're talking about doing this fundraiser, and where they want ideas and help on how to do stuff. And it's like, wow, dude, give me some time to recoup before you start asking me for time on my stuff. So,
it's flattering. As your friend, that's actually flattering to hear that people are reaching out to you that way. Because as long
they're
as
going to be surprised when I tell them that the trick is to have a bunch of other people involved and let everybody get the message out.
Feet wet, right?
That, and also I think what helps is having a charitable cause that a lot of people can connect to. If you're doing something for pets stuff, great. A lot of people have pets, but people don't always feel the same passion or affected quite the same way. Or or when you start talking about even like veterans programs, like I know there's one group is talking about Wounded Warrior and stuff. And it's a great program on the surface level stuff, but there's a lot of people who very selective about what they do because of the percentage of money that goes to administrative costs or whatever, and so they don't necessarily attract as much and stuff. So it's really interesting, but it was what is great though is just the feeling of it was very fulfilling, the fact that we did so well beyond because I went in honestly, I came into it very nervous about going like, will we be able to hit 10,000? I mean, I was like really, really like, if we don't hit, at least the 8,000, this is gonna suck.
Well, and the goal, what was the original goal last year set up by Chris? 2,000, and he reached just over 6, I believe. Correct?
No, he did 8,300.
8,300. Okay, my mistake. That's okay. Yeah. So next year.
So when I set the goal at 10, that's a 25% increase, and that's a significant increase. So
yes, it is, especially in today's times right now.
Mm-hmm. Right. So I hoped that was going to be it. I was nervous going into it, but it was a huge weight lifted when we left Mark's stream just in the morning. And we were already halfway, first of all, leading up to it, actually, during some of the pre-donation stage, we were basically almost at 10% of our goal before before Friday.
Before Friday morning.
Yeah. And then kicking in Friday after Mark's show being, about 50% of our goal almost. That was like, oh wow, we're gonna do this, because I knew that DJ was gonna bring in. I knew what his lineup was, right?
Yeah.
And that made it great, because then it was like, okay, cool.
And Rob, it was prime time, and DJ's probably the biggest channel that
He was the biggest channel in the group
that's
of
involved,
us,
right? Yeah.
and but also he did the work. He did a lot of work of tracking. Had been actually working on tracking down some of these things far longer than I had actually been working on some of this stuff.
No one mailed it in. Nobody mailed it in.
No, absolutely. So that was great. And then that loud Saturday, which was really about building up things for, as the shows brought in, $500 here, $700 here, whatnot. That was great, building up into just build that wheel spin stuff. And then Sunday the auction just went really, really well. I mean, everybody was sharing out the message and getting the attention on the channel, and that's what I really kind of chilled me, or kind of made me feel the best, was literally as I'm sitting there going through Instagram, is seeing when I could. So busy, I didn't really see a lot of, but every time I did, it was seeing almost as many C3 mentions as I was seeing ads.
Mm-hmm.
And since ads show up like one ad for every 2 posts, that's a lot of C3 posts.
Yeah.
And that was what really made me really happy, was the way that everybody just embraced it and helped to get the message out. We didn't have, any major influencers sitting there really promoting this. I saw, Reggie Collects reposted one of the things on one of the stuff, but it wasn't like you had major channels of 100,000 subscriber channels going on doing stuff. It was a lot of just the masses reaching out, and these series of overlapping circles, and the overlapping circles spreading out and out.
Just to touch on that, Rob, just to touch on that. So I know that you were behind the wheel a lot of the time, Saturday and Sunday. For everyone that's watching, like C3 went into only slabs, and the whole thing didn't stop, even though it was still our fun show. It didn't stop through the entirety of it. But I guess this is where Mark really stepped up during the weekend when you were at the helm. Like, he was getting those images of C3 and the shows that were coming out onto IG 2 or 3 shows before the next one was up. So like I woke up Saturday morning to an image of you and I on the C3 logo, and I'm like, what is this kind of thing? Like, I had no idea that this was, because like I didn't think I was, other than just be the co-host, I didn't think that like somehow my face would be attached to it. But Mark really stepped up and was dropping those images in every single chat that I'm a part of, and I'm sure he's a lot more than what I am, and on Instagram, and people were lifting those images and putting it onto their own feed. So you're right. As of right after Only Stops, so Only Stops finished around 4:00 my time. When I popped on IG, I literally scrolled. It was me and you, and then John, and then up next, Whack Comics from earlier in the morning, and then up next was Remy's later that night, and then it just was a wonderful thing. No one took it lightly, and it just because their channel wasn't one that was active in the lineup. Everyone who has a channel did their part, whether they participated by throwing bids or offering up a donation or just a cash donation. Everyone did, like, the social media aspect of it. It would flooded Instagram.
And that becomes right. And so that's somebody who said, because I got messages from people say, oh, I really can't contribute. That's like, just help us share it out. Or some people I reached out to who said, hey, I have already kind of maxed out on my charitable stuff on these other things. So I said, well, great. Would you mind helping us to share it out when the messages start coming out? And they're all go, oh, sure, I can do that. Though that's a significant thing in this day and age, how it does. Taylor to 40,000 next year. No, maybe that next year I'll start worrying about next year later, but that's, but we'll definitely start planning ahead. There's been some ideas thrown about on how to improve on whatever else, and I'm sure I knew that we were doing good when Saturday I started getting messages from the ACS on Saturday going like,
what's happening here?
You guys are killing it over there. I don't think that they were expecting anything near what we did, and we're still seeing some trickle in, and you can still continue to contribute all throughout the end of the year. So if you've been, if you weren't able to because you were between checks or mess, and later on throughout the end of this year, you have that opportunity. You're still going to be able to go to that link tree, or you can go to the community section on my page, and you'll still be able to go to that link and make a contribution. Right now, when you factor in our committed grant, we're like, when I last looked this morning, we were $19 away from $24,000. So, it's or
now,
20
Rob,
or 23,000. I'm sorry,
if
23,000.
you guys were to take that money instead, send up to the Canadian Cancer Society, that'd be $1 million. You guys would all be receiving capes and towels, dubbed superheroes. No, I'm joking, but yeah, it's funny that this really became an international thing. Like, obviously, me being Canadian, and like, I made donations because, like Mark said, basically you make a donation and you have a chance at a prize, and that's what it was. And I know Chris from Retro Rocket, my LCS, he participated. I know Ignacio participated. Lee down in Australia participated. Mad Spidey I saw him in the chats and being active as well. It really was an international thing. Yeah, it just goes to show the strength of the community.
Just because this particular group is located in the US, and primarily, the research aspect of what they do is without borders. Obviously, some of the other benefits that the American Cancer Society does is going to be focused in the United States as far as helping family assistance and some of those other things. But the research aspect of it is borderless, because once there's a cure for cancer, there's a cure for cancer for everyone. No one's especially from a nonprofit or something like this, it's not like they sit there and go like, no, you guys don't get it. It's us only first. But anyways,
so we'll come back to this. Let's say hello to the chat. We've already gone almost 13 minutes, and let's say James from New Mexico, Las Cruces, 1971. I gotta admit, Rob, you probably will agree with me. This dude is the luckiest guy on YouTube. He clears out when it comes to prizes. Like
well,
he's
here's
always
the thing.
there.
If you take 100 at bats, and you're gonna hit a couple, right?
You're gonna hit a couple. And of those couple, one may leave the park.
Right. So I mean, Las Cruces is there.
He's always there.
He puts in the effort as a supporter of the community. So he probably wins no more percentage than anybody else. It's just the number of at-bats he's taken. Yeah. Well, and you know what? And even if it is a higher percentage, you know what? Bravo to somebody who's puts in the time and the effort to support as many channels as he is.
First people that make a mention on my video. One of the first. I know Chop is usually in there as well. But it's not like I just drop a video and he goes and just says nice video. No, Las Cruces 1971 actually makes comments about stuff in the video. So I know that he's not just like, Chris just dropped a new video. Good job, Chris. Like he put then that means something to me. And I know that means
he's at least skipping to the highlights.
Yeah, he's if you're gonna fast forward, just fast forward the intro and my blah 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 until I start holding shit up. All right, let's and another good dude, Kyle, wheelchair superhero 87, my man. Hope that you're having a nice day. Circumstances Chiefs, and then of course I couldn't let that slide because they lost to the Bills. Anyways, my man, hope that you're having a good week. Don't stop doing what you're doing. Your Instagram stories, man, just light up my feed. Jean-Malo, bonjour, Jean, ça va? Good evening, everyone. The Comic Vet, hey, Chiss. He dropped the R, but that's okay.
You're now part of the Imperials, maybe,
or cheese, maybe. No, that's okay. I forgive you. My mother, on the other hand, she may not. The maestro of C3 successes, Rob. Yes, and I don't. Rob is not one for accolades, but we all know the truth.
One of many who made it happen.
No, stop that. Anyways, Taylor Winder. Taylor was backstage. He was having some internet problems. He's hoping to return. Timothy Turner, my first time here. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate your time. We do talk about
comic books at some point.
Yep, we will get into it. CJ, now I got to admit, CJ stepped up to talk about hit one out of the park. CJ stepped up when I started paying attention later Sunday afternoon. This man was just like boom, 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 boom. I'll take it.
I had a really big box I had to get to pack up for him to get all his stuff into a box.
Yeah, I was quietly impressed. Quietly impressed. Good job,
He has
my
the
man.
biggest box I have to ship out for sure.
Cool. And Carlito, my man, hope that you're doing well. It's been a while. Hope that life is treating you well, and I'm hoping that you're burning a nice stick. Speak of the devil, my man, Mad Spidey Morgs. Hope that you're doing well. I saw him Friday morning, by the way, participating when Mark went live for the first time.
Yeah,
have I seen The Princess Bride yet?
I think that's going to come every week until you do.
No. You know what's funny, though? Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills was being interviewed by Kyle. I forget his last name. He's the host of Good Morning Football on the NFL Network. Forgive me, everyone, if you don't watch, if you're not heavily into sports the way that I am with the NFL. But Kyle sat down with Josh Allen, the quarterback of the Buffalo Bills, and rhymed off a bunch of movies that he sent him a list to check out, and one was The Princess Bride. And then so Kyle said, "Have you watched The Princess Bride?" And this is the part where Taylor Winter is going to say something after I say what happened. Josh Allen said yes, and he said, Kyle said, "Well, what did you think?" And Josh Allen said, "I didn't like it."
What?
Now, Josh Allen is half our ages. Like, let's be honest, right? Josh Allen is probably 26 or at least 24, 25, 26, somewhere around there. Anyways, he didn't like it. So, Comic Journey, if my quarterback doesn't like it, is there a chance I may not?
No, listen, quarterback's an idiot.
My quarterback takes ayahuasca and thinks COVID is fake. So, like,
what do quarterbacks know? Is the yes? CJ, I promise by December 31st, 2022. I will watch this movie, or I will put it on and begin to watch it. If it's too much, I will turn it off. Anyways,
you should watch it live and get a copyright strike for the whole thing.
I take my YouTube very seriously, sir. Chris from Retro Rocket. When I was in there, Chris actually was pretty busy, so I'm hoping that New Comic Book Day was good for him. And the location that Chris is in, this was the last New Comic Book Day. He's making his transfer to his brand new home, his new permanent home, this weekend. So I'm actually hoping that New Comic Book Day next week, for me at least, will happen. I may have to go a little under the table stuff to get it done. I don't know if he's actually allowed to be open next Wednesday, but we'll find out. Anyways.
Why wouldn't he be allowed to be?
For legal reasons, I don't know if the fire code situation has been straightened up. That's been the last nugget of problems for him. Carlito is saying, when I was researching donating to the Red Cross way back, it surprised and saddened me how much went to administrative costs. They're all like that.
Yeah, well, not all, but there's a good number. And that's why it's important to, if you really want to maximize your dollars, is to research stuff, and you can see it vary from anywhere from 8% to 25 to 50%, depending upon the charity. And that's where, like, when I do my veterans charity stuff, I'm very particular on it, and I've found one it's only does like 8%, which is on the very low side.
The ones I prefer when it comes to veterans are halfway houses, when they're coming out of different rehabs, or if they're coming out of a hospital when it comes to mental illness or PTSD stuff. It's the halfway houses that help try to get them back into the general public. Those are the ones I prefer to donate my money to. CJ is saying, I promise I will not be running one of these drives. I'm just good with donating. And ladies and gentlemen,
you did good.
He did very good. El Green Machine, my man. Hope New Comic Book Day was good to you. El Green Machine makes no secret that he's kind of far away from his LCS, but he does make the trek. Dan from Blue Hellion Comics. Happy New Comic Book Day. Rob is a real hero of this year's C3. # Rob slamming cancer.
No, there's plenty of other people.
It's very true, Dan. Very true.
I'm one of many.
Cog in
Rob. The machine. Please no.
Mr. Rogers, Paul, hope that your New Comic Book Day was good for your small business, sir. I put a package together and I sent it to Mark's dad, affectionately known as Pops to the comic book community. Also had stuff in there for Mark. For those of you who are curious to see what I sent Mark, all you have to do is check out Legion Comics new mail call video. It's either going, I think it might be out for Legionnaires that came out today, and the general public tomorrow.
Disease?
Legionnaires. That's it.
Wow.
And I put together. I sent Paul a couple magnets as well. Let's see.
Oh, well, I think he might have one in the kit that I was sending out.
All right. Thank you, Paul. I appreciate that. Taylor, well, you sir will have to donate more paintings if you want this number to be at least considered.
I'll donate. Yeah, I'll donate 10 paintings if we can get to that number next year.
Okay.
Anyone got room for a 4 foot by 5 foot painting? I can make one of those.
Yeah. Hello, Remy. Remy, are you around the corner again?
I am, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I participated in New Comic Book Day, so thank you, everybody.
Okay.
What's up, Remy?
How you doing, eh? Everything all right? Yeah. All right. So
John Mello is there to pull up.
He shared on Facebook. Hey, man, like I'll let Rob respond to this.
I shared on Facebook. Don't know if it helped, but I put it out there. Yeah, no, absolutely. Everything does. I know that. Like, I didn't feel like I posted it to the comic book groups I was in on Facebook as well, and I'll tell you that the number of likes that the posts got was like minuscule, despite the fact that they have far larger groups size than I saw results on Instagram. So I think that while it helps and it's great, I don't know that Facebook is being used that much for that type of stuff as much. At least not for a comic group.
Facebook hides a lot of shit unless you boost it too. No matter what you're in, like it's just like
I mean
they're all about paying for boosted posts. So
let's see. Chris is saying, like I said at one point during it, doesn't matter who beats cancer as long as we beat it. It's true. Ben straight out of Compton. What's up, everyone? Les Crucis is the best. Remy, you were correct on that one. I think Chop is the champ in giveaways. Yeah, Chop's done pretty well too.
Again, same thing. Takes a lot of at bats.
I have a lot of respect for this man now. A lot of respect. Yes, he wasn't. He like I said, it turned into the Comic Journey show Saturday afternoon. Taylor's team needs a quarterback that doesn't drop the damn ball. Hey, I don't know. Mike Evans was off to the Mike Evans was off to the races on Sunday, and he still fumbled that up. And is he millennial though, or is he Gen Z?
He'd be millennial.
Hey, it's a brand new season. I'll take it for what I want. And CJ, yes,
ketchup
chips?
Chips?
Yes. You want to talk about copyright strikes? This Comic Journey's new series that I think is just terrific. Man,
Remy, are you eating ketchup
he's asking for trouble.
Like a true Canadian.
Yeah, ketchup chips.
Or what's new to Canada? Flaming hot Cheetos, or those crunchies.
Those have been around a long time.
Yeah, they're new here.
My youngest.
It took a while to travel over the border to get those.
Always with a bowl and a set of chopsticks. That's the thing now, is to eat, I guess, Cheetos with chopsticks. So that way you don't get your cheesy fingers.
Rudy, happy new comic book day. Ignacio, happy new comic book day. And Ignacio,
there's a guy who freaking killed it.
Yeah, Ignacio brought in 1900 just from what I'm aware watching DJ's channel Friday night. That was something spectacular to watch.
Thank you for agreeing to do that second commission, Ignacio, and bringing in, basically doubling what was brought in. That was amazing.
And Chop, speak of the devil. Here's Chop. Hope that you're having a good new comic book day. TJ Flash by Night. Hope that you're doing well. My man, I sent you a package. Let's get that up on the internet. I want to see what you thought of it. And when Remy's in Canada, he's oot and about. You know what's funny? So this is a term that a lot of
clowns
that think that Canadians say often.
Loonies?
I don't know that many Canadians that say a boot. It's more of a French Canadian thing. I'm sure Jean can testify to this. That's more of a French thing. Us that are more the general English speaking Canadians, we say about, but we really crank up that out. So when I say that, I'm going to be out and about, that's how I say it. Whereas other people just soften.
I'm going out.
Yeah, I'm going out.
I got no time for the about.
I've had Jim Kelly make fun of the way I say the word out. I'm like, what?
I gotta rub one out.
Yeah.
Thank you, Taylor.
This is a good piece of information. Kyle Singh on on the 15th, I'm presuming, of November, he won't be live. He'll be moving out of his childhood home into an apartment. Congratulations, man.
Yeah, enjoy the apartment.
Yeah, apartment life for Kyle. Good for you, man. And Jean is saying that he says about. Okay. Iggy is adding that, thanks, guys. He's amazed, too. Let's thank Joe and Austin for agreeing to the double commission. Let's also thank alcohol.
I thank alcohol way too much.
What's shaking, folks?
Joe, were you drinking? Joe, thanks
was he breathing?
Yeah, as opposed to rubbing one oot. Yes. But yeah, it was and yeah, Saturday night on Remy's place, that was a lot of fun too for C3. It was just,
did you guys burn the place down after I left?
I was just
so wiped I had to log off.
Yeah, we kept it going for a little bit. It was pretty good.
Yeah, it was it's a weekend.
And some people donated some really nice prizes to that wheel too. That was awesome.
Yeah. Yep. There was yeah. I was fortunate enough to win as well. But yeah.
I didn't win shit, but like as long as cancer loses, we all win.
Yeah. All right. We're 27 minutes in. These people want to see some new comic books. Let's get into it. Since I'm in the spot right now, I'm gonna hold on. Remy likes to make fun of stereotypes, not the fine people of Canada. This is true.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta admit, when I'm on a live stream with Remy, this is the God's honest truth. I'm not blowing smoke up his ass. Whenever I look at Remy, as soon as he does that, that's that, you know, that I'm striking a pose, I'm like selling something smile. I'm gone. Like he invited me on his Thursday night show. I couldn't keep a straight face to save my life. It's just certain people just tickle my funny bone, and Remy's one of those people. All right, let's get into this. Go ahead, Rob.
Go ahead, Rob.
I thought you were going to say something.
No.
Okay.
You blew yourself up. I'm like, what do you want me to say? I mean, you blew yourself up.
I got this. I'm kind of interested in that. I'm not very interested in this. However, I am interested in the franchise. This is Amazing Spider-Man issue number 12.
Nice.
Spider-Man versus the Hobgoblin. Just JRJR's art is not necessarily one that I like all that much, but it gets the point across, I guess. This is Venom 12. Is Venom making out,
Venoms.
doing a French kiss with another Venom?
And we are Venoms,
right?
But not French Canadian.
No. Well done.
They're Toronto kissing.
Well done, sir. Well done. All right. Potential cover of the week is Art Germ, and it's Judgment Day, featuring Dazzler. I wasn't aware of this cover till Chris at Retro Rocket said, "Oh yeah, I had to put away one of those Dazzler covers for myself," and I'm like, "Oh, Dazzler."
It's a word you don't often say.
Yeah.
I need to save one of those Dazzlers for myself.
This is Strange Academy Finals issue number 1. I believe this is now issue number 1 of the ongoing Strange
How was your
Academy
cover?
series.
Was it clean? Was it clean?
Yeah, it looks purpley and
Okay.
It looks clean.
My LCS, every single one had some egregious cover wear, and I could not get a clean copy.
Really?
So I gotta go on the hunt to try to get a clean copy.
Right. Now there was a variant. I was hoping for an Arthur Adams variant, but I didn't see one. Just switch over to some indie stuff. I'm still picking up Firepower. This is Firepower 24. 24. Just
the LCS I was at did not get any of those.
Really? It's just I know, Taylor, you're with me. It's just an easy, fun comic book to get through.
Fun. It's
a lot of. Yep. I have high hopes for Damn Them All. This is issue number 1 by Simon Spurrier and Charlie Adler, most famously known for The Walking Dead. So I guess Charlie Adler now has another full-time job.
And he has a hammer, so he'll hammer in the morning.
Yeah. Detective Comics 1065. This is the B cover. I like it. I like it a lot. There's a lot going on in that cover. I picked up Action Comics 1048. I don't know about this face of Superman here, boys.
Mm-mm. No.
Yeah.
He looks like he's from the 1950s. He's going to sell you a vacuum.
Yeah, I think it's like
or he's got kryptonite up his ass.
Like he had Taco Bell and he's racing for a washroom. Like
he's using the gas that's coming out of his ass to propel him into space.
It could be. But the cool thing today was when I picked this one up. This is part 3 of Kal-El Returns. Chris at Retro Rocket gave me this for free, and he's like, "You're going to need to read this one first to know what's going on in Action Comics."
Nice.
Well, no, so that's nice. So this week, 2 cool guys who I picks dropped, and I've only got one of the 2 books that were the pick. If you watch the show, you know that chances are I got Mark's pick, just because mine is usually always harder to find. And I got Mark's pick, but I went with the B cover. This is DC versus Vampires, issue number 10. I've already read this book. This is the B cover done by Nathan Zerdy. The normal main cover.
I don't like his work.
That was going to get my vote for the best cover.
Yeah,
really?
And,
they were out. They were out at my shop.
I don't care for his work. The way he draws their heads and stuff and faces are always just kind of like he's drawing Barbie dolls.
I don't have the button. You're embarrassing me in company.
Yeah, it's a little doll. Like I see what you're saying, Rob.
What? The only thing I don't like is that she has red eyes like a vampire. She's not a vampire.
I'm wondering how her costume got all tore up.
Oh, I thought she was light.
Isn't her protective aura go out over her costume like Superman's, or did they abandon that whole protective aura BS?
There is no sun, so she is just a normal human being at this point, or she's not super empowered.
A normal Kryptonian, maybe.
She is the last great hope for the planet in this particular issue. 2 more to go. I've read through this one. It is excellent. Harley Quinn with a major one-liner to Taylor Winder's favorite character punchline, and Harley Quinn just punches right in the face with that one-liner, and it is glorious.
Punchline's in that fucking book. I'm never reading it.
Ladies and gentlemen, read this book to see what Harley Quinn actually says to punchline.
Punchline is the Kylo Ren of DC Comics.
Read that book. I understood the reference because this guy over here talks about. He's all about Kylo too. All right.
What's up, Miss?
Yeah. Wheelchair Superhero is saying that he got his first book of DC versus Vampires number 1. Yeah, it's a fantastic read. I will probably still say that it is my read of the year. But there's a lot of good stuff.
Inconceivable.
Better than Do a Powerbomb?
Do a Powerbomb might be. Do a Powerbomb and Dark Spaces Wildfire might be number 1. Miss So, hope that you're doing well. Thanks for spending a little bit of time with us. And Soups looks like the bloated variant cover. Yeah, but it's just a cover A. Yeah. All right. I'm going to flick it over to my friend Rob, my co-host from Only Slabs, every Saturday, 2:30 Eastern Time. Rob, show us what you got.
Again, I'm with you. Not a fan, not necessarily 100%. This isn't as bad as some of the other ones, but I'm still not like I've said before. JR is not what he used to be or something.
That's a stupid look for Spider-Man.
Definitely not. It's definitely not his dad.
No.
But
he's not even like the 80s stuff.
No, like when JR on Daredevil was awesome.
Yeah, I'm not even sure what is going on here, but whatever. I liked the incentive on the Detective Comics, but I just have to cut back a little bit because
Remy, can you confirm or deny Blue Hellion's statement here, please?
I am not, but that is a good idea. I should have done that.
Shock the world.
Yeah. Just all you need is a hairless chest and a lightsaber.
And crank your pants up to below your boobs.
That's already covered.
So yeah, anyways, they wanted like $49 for the incentive before my discount, and I was like, I gotta cut back.
Comics?
Yeah, for the one I liked. Anyways, and I was like, I'll wait because I can't do that when I got like $800 in postage I gotta pay here. But Harley Quinn.
What is that?
What is going on there?
I missed
that volleyball.
Yeah, some kind of like a
balloon
donut. There's a giant donut tire, and there's like I don't even know what it all is going on, but whatever.
That looked like the
Forget
Simpsons
Dazzler.
Yeah. I forget.
Because I
good
do like Punchline.
Yeah, TW's favorite character.
Jesus Christ.
That's not Rob. Put that back up for a sec, Rob. That's not bad.
Yeah, that's one of the incentives.
Yeah, that's not bad. Again, I wonder if that's going to be a condition-sensitive book to get in a high grade.
And that's the high incentive.
Very good.
Yeah. Those were inexpensive. Dr. Afra. I was tempted to get the B cover because it pretty good looking Princess Leia on the front of it, but couldn't. I've been doing the A's on those. Ultraman.
Are you enjoying that series? I read the last mini series before this one came out, and I thought it was good, but
to be honest, I haven't read it yet. It's in my pile. The whole. It's just wait till I have them all.
Okay,
and then I'll read them. Tim Drake, Robin the Boy Wonder, the homage cover. When I saw that, I was like, oh yeah, okay, I gotta get that.
I like the little bubble up in the top left corner there. That's good. Yeah,
so that's good. A Riddler book 1, the B cover.
It's a solid cover. This is the Paul Dano book, correct?
Yeah.
And then my scuffed up copy, so I can at least read it. I'll have to get a replacement for this. Like shit. But I did get.
I saw that.
That's a nice cover.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a solid cover.
The LCS did not have that one either. That was a cool cover.
Wow.
And then I got the only thing I picked up for this so far has been in issue 1 and in issue 2 has been the high ratio. So there's Vanish.
Oh yeah.
Vanish 2.
They were out of that at my LCS too. Did I mention it's a new LCS for me? I'm still looking around. We'll see.
Okay.
And last but not least, We Are Venoms.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I mean, what?
Kissing cover. Awesome.
Yeah.
The French kiss.
They're Quebeking.
The ugh was at the writing in that book more than anything else.
France.
It's not. Well, they're not really tongue tying each other. Just kind of like sort of doing it.
It's a tease. They're teasing each other.
Yeah. It's like the kissing in the Princess Bride.
It's like look, they're looking for it to maybe do it, but the English speaking part of them doesn't know how to do it. Their tongues get all screwed up, and so
it's a lot of tongue to deal with.
Yeah.
Everyone, Brian, in today I presume, Brian dropped his 800 subscriber giveaway. What he's doing is a Grow Together initiative. And he's got some very cool prizes. So everyone, make sure that you check out Brian LCS's channel. Check out that video that he dropped. Make sure that you follow the rules to enter the contest. And check out some of the great channels that he's doing the Grow Together initiative for. I went ahead and subbed up all of them and entered the contest. So if you haven't, again, everyone, make sure you check out Brian LCS's channel.
And what the hell? Well, you're at it. You might as well vote for the CBCA awards because it's running out of time.
That's right. Brian, how many weeks we got left to vote? Are we down to crunch time now?
We're done. I think it's only 1 or 2.
Yeah, you're welcome. He's all subbed up as well. All right, TW. Show us what you got.
It was a pretty light week for me because my LCS was out of everything or didn't order it, and not much else grabbed me. So, book, fine. I thought this was a one shot, but it is not.
No, it's volume 2.
No, it's ongoing.
Well, yeah.
So they say ongoing till it ends.
Well, yeah, and then I got the A cover for the Riddler.
Yeah. 2.5 weeks, everyone. Make sure that you vote for everyone that you see on the panel. I believe we're all nominated.
I picked up Lovesick #1.
And what did you think of that book?
8:30. You can find it out.
Okay.
Tonight.
All right.
Yeah.
The tongue challenge.
Moonlight Daniel with Jack Boom Boom Russell.
Now the one thing I can't ask you is hold on. Back to Werewolf by Night. Taboo did that mini series, I believe, 2 years ago. What was your overall take of that brand new Werewolf by Night?
I only read the first issue of it because I didn't care for it, so I didn't. I thought the first issue was, but this does not really deal with that at all, as near as I can tell.
I know.
So
that's still Jack.
It's back to the original, the OG Werewolf by Night and other stuff, and Barbaric Axe to Grind #3. My Gary B book of the week. This one came out last week, but I missed it, and so the one thing I will say about the LCS is if they run out, they will reorder and get them in quickly. So
that's good.
This also might be my last issue of this fucking book, but whatever.
That was a good issue.
Okay, 8:30. You can find out my opinion on it.
Yes,
and
which is obviously different.
Yeah, 100% will be different.
And then Dead Mall #1, just because I was like looking, I'm like, I turned to Old Man Eddie. I'm like, I need some books to read or something. He doesn't read, anyways. He just buys mystery boxes just to have them. And I just needed something more to read to actually have a review show worth watching tonight. So, Dead Mall #1 with Justin Birch on letters, the YouTube's own.
So,
there you
maybe
go.
you can send it to him. He'll sign it for you. You can have the first book signed by a letterer.
Yeah, maybe ever. I wonder if his signature is neat and precise, or if he's just like,
oh, no, that would be ironic.
Like John Jang, just
go back and forth, left and right, different sizes, just like it's like written in dingbats,
or written just so it looks just like Comic Sans. We'll never know because nobody's ever gotten a book signed by a letterer, even Justin Birch.
Hieroglyphics.
Yeah, that's all I got. It was a late week for me.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, I'm going to be reading most of the DC stuff digitally because
Now, did you pick up the or did you do the $99?
Not yet. I'm waiting for my paycheck.
Great.
I need to get paid by first. So.
Okay. Well, then that'll be your introduction, possibly to DC versus Vampires as well.
Yeah, I did read, and we'll see if I do a review of it. I read since I have a library thing, I did read Murder Falcon this week. So
I have not read Murder Falcon. I know a lot of people say that is one of the best stories ever made. I haven't read it yet, but I like his stuff.
If you like his stuff, you'll probably like. If you like Powerbomb, you'll like Murder Falcon. That's all I can say. So
yeah, I enjoyed his Beta Ray Bill. I actually sent it to Jean Mello for him to check out. It was a good mini series. Do a Powerbomb is excellent. Let's be honest. And I will pick up Murder Falcon whenever I see it. Let's be honest. Remy, my man.
Said it closes 11/12, by the way. So you got a couple weeks left.
Yep.
Super light week for me, even though I haven't been there in a few weeks. But so this is kind of a mix, and I did do some diving, but I picked up Thor 28. This was really cool. I hadn't seen this before, and I grabbed this. They had a like spooky box that was new, I guess, just for the Halloween, and I snagged that. That was pretty cool.
What is that? What is it? That title?
Was that Sweetie?
Sweetie Candy Vigilante.
All right. Wow.
Who's the publisher for that, Remy? Does it say?
No. Oh, Dynamite.
Okay. Oh.
Huh.
I cracked it open and it had strip clubs and all kinds of stuff. I was like, that's alley. Grab this one here. I score this super sweet bondage cover for the collection.
Nice.
Still 35 cents.
This was one that shout out to Recollect. He had posted on IG, and both Angel and I were like, yeah, we're gonna grab that one.
I was always liked one of those. That one. There's a series. There was like 4 covers right in a row. That one just had a better look because he just got those are long legs.
You know what's cool? She's got a little bit of the pigeon feet going on. If you hold that back up, her feet are going inwards. Look at that. Oh yeah. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, she actually has feet. In case you didn't know it.
Leaning on that Vespa.
Someone here has a fetish.
No, someone does not.
Yeah, no, Remy does.
Can we get rid of this single Canada? No, that's okay. It might be trademark.
Last one I picked up was Lovesick. I picked up the variant, and I'm interested to see what Taylor. I can't wait to see what Taylor says about this. I can't wait. I'm going to be on the edge of my seat because that's the first one that I cracked open.
Who's the writer?
I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah.
What's that?
Vho's the writer for Lovesick there?
I don't know.
It's Luana Vecchio, and it's translated. So.
Oh,
why?
Okay.
Up there at the top.
Why do they look like they're all members of the Court of Owls?
They do.
You have to read the book to find out. No,
okay.
It's a Red Room type book. So.
Yeah, they specifically say Red Room in it like 12
times. Yeah. What's up, Mark?
Hey, Taylor.
How you doing, buddy?
Hello, Mark.
Hello, Christopher.
Oh, everyone's flexing their cool shirts.
My
Legion shirt's in Angel's car, so I wasn't able to wear that tonight.
Who's Bill?
Bill?
Is that the guy whose face is tattooed on your left cheek?
Well, it's plural.
Oh, you have multiple bills in you.
Yeah.
Yes, I have a phone bill. I have an internet bill. I have
a dollar.
Yeah.
Dollar bill.
He just really loves to pay
dollar
his bills.
Yes.
He's the most stable one in his life.
Yeah. So, like I mentioned, I sent the miniseries. That was my hot pick. We'll get into that to a sec, Mark. Hold on. I sent Beta Ray Bill to the whole miniseries by Daniel Warren Johnson to Jamalot. I enjoyed it. I know Mark enjoyed it. It was a fun read. It was a big step away from what he normally does. However, the artwork and some of the symmetrical artwork that he does was in Beta Ray Bill. He says, although he's a little
his themes too, like Daniel Warren Johnson definitely has themes that run through his shit, and there's some in Beta Ray Bill. So
although
out of all of Daniel Warren Johnson stuff, it's
spaghetti sauce.
The weakest. It's the weakest piece of work he's done, and it's still really good though.
Yeah. I've not read the Wonder Woman whatever yet, but I've got a great view.
God, that is so good.
Saying picked up X-Men 211 today himself. 211 was that the Fall of the Mutants, Morlocks issue in around that time. AR is saying Happy New Comic Book Day. Aggressive Relaxer, Happy New Comic Book Day. Yes. Yes. Well, I generally say everyone's name except for Remy. It's just Remy. I leave to the full name to DJ. That's DJ's shtick. I try not to step on other people's toes that way. But yeah. All right, Mark. Can you show us what you got?
I'm sure it's the same shit everyone got. Detective Comics, Batman Beyond the White Knight.
No, you're the first one to show that one.
This?
Yes.
Yep.
What's wrong with y'all?
I know how it ends.
Why don't you?
He actually literally told me
that, Mark.
I can't.
I'll be reading it on my iPad next week.
Sean Murphy himself. Sean Murphy literally himself told me how it ends.
Well, this isn't the end of the series, so how do you do that?
But I know how it ends, so I don't need to get there.
Meet him at a con or something?
Yes, Fan
This
Expo.
This is fun. Like, dude, I was worried going into it, especially because it's a actor writing a book. But dude, this is rock solid.
Well done.
Yeah. The Riddler Year One have the same concerns. I haven't read it yet. Actor writing a book, but I think that the artwork might help carry this one. So you get, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
Now I'm still a book from last week I haven't read due to being busy for something, but I moved this to the front of my reading list because Ryan told me about some of the people that pop up in it, and we have the legitimate return of the New Gods to the DC Comics universe that Chris knows. I've been begging for them. I've been saying, where are they? They're back. Big time. Nice. Yes. And then, dude. Smallwood and King on that. That's phenomenal.
I know John from John's with, I forget his channel name. I'm stuttering here. Yes, he really enjoyed the Human Target, the first half of that volume.
He did.
Yes. The John Jang, the 1 in 25, Nightwing, Vampire King, and he's holding a certain superhero's heart in his hand.
Read the book.
Read the book.
Yeah, immortalizing the biggest what the hell moment in the entire series. Yes, I did. Yeah. And then
my hot pick.
I picked this up just to give it away to hit that last comment again that you just had up. To winner El Green Machine.
Oh.
So I gave that away on the Tuesday stream, and El Green Machine won that. So that's actually his book.
Oh, congratulations.
It'll go out Tuesday. And then I 1 week late, but picked up my copy of Battle of the Super Sons. I'm excited to dive into that. Just got done getting caught up on last week's episode of Stargirl. Wow.
It definitely took a turn this last episode.
Yeah. No, this isn't. It's the Matt Reeves universe. This is really Paul Dano, the actor who plays the Riddler. It's the backstory of the Riddler from Matt Reeves' movie. So Matt Reeves came to Paul Dano, from my understanding, about it and asked him what he thought about the concept or the idea of doing it. But yeah, dude, the artwork in it is haunting.
New Gods suck. Come on, CJ, what are you talking about, man? No New Gods, no Dark Side. Simple as that.
No New Gods, no Orion, no Light Ray, no Caliban, Dark
no
Side.
Miracle
Mark
Man.
New Gods in the JSA.
No Black Racer.
Yeah,
exactly. We get the New Gods back and the JSA back in like the same back end of the year. You're like, DC is finally consistent enough since they did the last like shake up and everything. You know, when the Infinite Frontier happened and they slimmed down all their titles, they were finally building them back out, and it's finally feeling like it. You know, we're getting all these characters.
Stop building up Batman.
So instead of 8 Batman titles, we're gonna have 20.
That's the thing, though. Like they had to lean on what worked. You know, it's not like it's driving like tons of extra money, but it was guaranteed money.
Oh, I get it. You sell what sells.
Yeah, the more that they can keep that going, they can expand out their title, even if it's for miniseries and stuff. And then, but you know, you got to do what works. So, but now we can get less Batman. It looks like Superman's about to be getting a big push with the amount of titles and stuff.
That's Remy's little cat there.
My comic turned in. I didn't know they wrote a comic about me.
Yeah. So what CJ's talking about is Mark Miller came back with his 3rd volume, and this one is now called American Jesus, much as the second one was, and I'm sure it'll be on Netflix at some point soon. AR is saying, well, they bought all his story rights, I thought.
Okay, cool.
And
they have like a first look or something. Yeah.
Okay. AR is saying that he found some Black Adam merch today. DC's cheaper tier of action figures are really cool right now.
Yeah, the movie line, the actual movie line. I want to get the big shit they have.
New Gods suck. Eternals suck. Remy's like Dr. Evil. Well, by the way, Dr. Evil is played by a Canadian. I'm just going to point that out. And we're claiming Remy as one of our own now. So, but yeah, I'm going to go around the panel. But the question I'm going to ask is singularly, what was your one singular highlight of this past week in C3 outside of smashing the goal and setting a number?
That is absolutely.
Remy, hold on. Remy, what was your singular highlight?
Hoarder's Hide.
Yeah. Scott stepped up and dropped some bills. Let's be honest.
I don't. I mean, his Friday.
Oh.
Yeah. Yep. By far.
I was going to say Scott
sold his body.
Donations.
Sold his body, literally.
Yeah. Every now and then somebody will hit what we refer to as Burke Fall level, and to me that was a Burke Fall level moment. So, like Panda with the that whole thing. Like, yeah, there's a couple of them. So,
Mark.
Ignacio, hands down. If we're being serious, outside of Scott having the moment of Ignacio and having his moment, which involved Pocan Joe, who just hit the chat, and Austin LeMay, that little 10-second window, that was amazing, which ironically Hoarder's Hide was the architect of as well. You know, you had Iggy was the talent, Pocan and Austin were the wallets, and Hoarder was the architect of it and the DMs behind the scenes. So without those four, that moment wouldn't have happened. That was epic. 2K just dropped right there.
Just like that.
Mm-hmm.
TW?
Just watching the guy above me go all weekend long was super impressive. It was not a one moment. It was a 72-hour marathon, people. It's like you watch the New York Marathon. It's kind of boring, but it's damned impressive. That's how the weekend kind of felt, in a good way. But watching Rob be there for all of it was the marathon runner of it all.
Not to throw shade on that, but Mark and Roscoe were right there. I felt with Rob as his right hands, majority of the time too.
I didn't miss a stream if I wasn't on the stream. There's a couple that weren't invited to, like Whack and John's Comics with Kids and stuff like that. But I didn't miss a stream.
Rob, what was your highlight of C3? Outside of the goal,
then I'm gonna say the team that was there, that was in place, that was doing everything from running stuff on their channels to being there, but in all the others, in every stream, in the chats or whatever else that that aren't necessarily getting all the attention and stuff. And it's, it's the support, the auction. I couldn't have done the auction without Mark and DJ. It was a 3-headed monster trying to keep track of all the different stuff. And there's no way to do it by yourself. I can sit there and everyone can want to sit there and say, well, you're the orchestra or whatever. It's like, I may be the guy on the name of the when you logged in to do the thing because I'm on that side of everything, but literally I couldn't have done it without the team. There's just no freaking way. So the way that the team pulled together, and then the way that the community pulled together, everything from tweeting or to broadcasting or Instagramming or whatever, that reposting and everything else, that was just so amazing.
Cool. My personal highlight.
Cool.
Oh,
fucking Canadians.
What am I supposed to say?
That was it.
Yeah, that was
cool. Like I can't. There's no other word for me or try to upplay.
It wasn't a word. It was a delivery.
The man just said it. You just
timing and delivery.
Cool.
It was a delivery.
That was
brilliant. It's like we just solved world hunger. Cool.
Cool. Like save the whales, bro. Right. My highlight was the fantastic job that Mark was doing with all those thumbnails, getting everything, getting all the stuff.
All Tyler. Okay. Tyler made them all for me. He hit me up on. I was at work till it was Thursday. He said, "Mark, I'm off today and tomorrow. I wish I could do more. Let me know what you need, and I'll do it." I'm like, "I need thumbnails for the entire weekend." He's like, "I got you," and he made them, and he was sending them to me as we were getting to them instead of bombarding me all at once, even. Like Tyler, like everybody, like Rob said, there was an entire logistics team for this, man. It was coordinated as much as you could possibly coordinate it in the time span we had to coordinate with.
You guys, for those of you who don't know from just behind the scenes stuff, I mean, this is because, and I'm sure at first, I got some, when we first started talking about organize this as a group and my idea, and I'm like, sit there, I got some pretty interesting responses when I first said, hey, okay, I'm coordinating a meeting. We're going to have meetings ahead of time, building up this right. Right. But at the end of the day,
that's the most Rob comment Rob could make. So there were meetings.
Well, no, but there were.
In a proper meetings platform too.
Yeah, he wouldn't even send the StreamYard links. But we got there. We're all messing with him beforehand, like taking little jabs at him, joking, and then we get there and we find out the platform he sent us to was far superior. So Chip, step your game up. It was like we were sitting there like this, and if you do this, the camera would shift to you. It tracks you and stuff, and you can pull it. I was sitting there running GIFs through the whole meeting, like GIFs.
I couldn't figure out the GIF thing, but that was cool. That was the first thing that they said. They were like, "Hey, when you move around, it follows you." It was like, so it's like you get everybody in the meeting, and then for a minute, everybody just
before we could get to business.
I could just see Mark figured out something. That's it. I'm going to explore this. Go ahead and talk, everyone. Here we go.
That's exactly what it was.
Superman.
Mark and DJ.
Oh, look, there's a Spider-Man gift. Look at. Yeah,
all the gifts. It was great.
It was.
There were meetings and there were spreadsheets. Huzzah!
So
it's just like work.
I
got to pull a pivot table.
Yeah. Oh God.
So I know we all participated in auctions. My one question is this.
Yes.
What is the one thing you're most excited to receive and then into the future that you've won participating in C3? Remy?
I'll be honest, I don't remember a lot of this stuff. I was just like throwing out bids and trying to win all kinds of stuff. There's not one thing that I'm like, oh yeah, that's the item. So I'm excited for all of it. It'll be interesting to see the haul that comes in because there was so many good things that people donated. So
you got the two future exclusives, the Radiant Pink and the
yes.
That'll be signed.
You know what? I'm excited for that. That is cool. Yeah.
Mark.
So I went into this weekend aiming for a very specific item. That being the case, I still participated in every single stream if they just had a donation thing, this or that.
Yeah.
But I have a ton of stuff coming to me because of that. But out of all those cool things, because I won like commissions from there's some little kid on Gary B's channel, like it's like her dad and her that do this stuff, and like I won a drawing from her or something, which is cool,
Nice.
I won that dude who was painting the Spider-Man on canvas, water painting live on Brian Ellis. I won that.
Yep, the Saturday morning one. Yep.
I won a Supergirl scrapbook from John's Comics with Kids.
Yeah, I watched that happen.
Which I was gunning for from the second he showed it. And then I straight bought some stuff. I got the first appearance of Ted Cord, which is Captain Atom 83. Paul Cook knows this. When we went hitting LCS over the summer in Florida, I left one behind on the wall, and I reached out to him like, man, I'm regretting that. I've been watching him. Then I saw that Rob reached out to his boy Man Cave, and dude, icing on the cake. Like I was coming for that book, period. And they're like, if the book gets to this, I'll throw in this issue. It's the first appearance of Nightshade, who is, if you don't know, Ted Cord Blue Beetle is Owlman from Watchmen. Nightshade is Silk Spectre. Alan Moore wasn't allowed to use those characters, so he said, I'll use them anyway and rename them. So I'm trying to get those, and to get two of them in one go like that was just amazing. And then on top of that, Ohana Comics brought like an entire warehouse of slabs that they donated. And and I scored the first Silver Age appearance of Red Tornado, which is the first appearance of the Android Red Tornado.
Yeah, I know you did, Mark.
All right.
Yeah, so those three that's all stuff that I'm specifically after right now. And to have them pop up and score, I'm like, yes.
We're not going there, CJ.
No, nobody did.
TW?
I actually did not take home any physical items. I bid on a few raffle things I didn't win, and that's about it. So that's okay. I don't need more books right now. So
you made lots of donations, though.
I'm going to send you books then.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Now, Rob,
I don't need more books. Send in them books.
Rob, what are you looking forward to receiving? Because I know that
it just happened. I figured we're gonna let this happen. I don't know what's going on.
So, really Rob, can you
Remy
please
has
tell
his
us?
pussy on display.
Up my screen here.
Your screen's never looked better. Look at it, so proud.
Truly a great Canadian moment right here.
It's like the worst parrot ever.
Oh, what's happening in Canada?
Don't you know?
It's snowing.
There
Hey!
we go. Canada's back. All right. Rob, what are you looking forward to receiving? Because I know you participate in a couple things too.
Yeah, and I dropped a few dollars. Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't even want to look at my bill when this is all said and done. But from that man right down there, from Freaky Louie, I don't even remember what the book was. Maybe he can remind me what the book was I got. All I know is I got a Stan Lee signed comic book slab off the dude.
It was Thanos.
Was it Thanos? Okay, yeah, I don't even remember.
Slab CG, I think it was a 9.6 slab Thanos, and was it double signed?
It was double signed, but one of the all I cared about was had Stanley's signature on it.
Wow.
That
is a hell of a giveaway. A hell of a donation.
Right.
Wow.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I was like, oh, you're giving up a Stanley.
Louis
as much as Louis loves Stan Lee, I was like, oh, you got to be kidding me.
Guardians of the Galaxy
#1. Yeah.
Wow. So the shipping guru.
Yeah, no, that by far that's like the highlight of the.
Oh, we lost
he just lost.
Yeah.
He's not. He's always in our hearts.
Yeah. There's a few other little things, but I mean that by far it's the stand.
For me, it was two things. I made a donation during John's channel, and he had a bunch of trades that he was giving away.
Mm-hmm.
I believe the first slab that DJ offered up Friday night, I ended up winning. Was We Live #1 in 9.8. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that. Again, one of the best books in the last 5 years. If you haven't read the first volume of We Live, give it a go. And also, of the trades, John had a lot. He had Indies, Marvel, and DC. But the one trade that I never got to finish properly as a teenager was Watchmen. And one of those books that John offered up was Watchmen. Now, I read the Maxi series. I think I missed 2 issues. And that was the reason why I decided to ask John if it was okay that if he would donate, or if I could pick the prize, would be Watchmen. Yeah. And he thankfully said yes. So that's
awesome,
those are the two I'm looking forward to.
Let me know. I'll read it again with you.
Yeah, like I said, I've been through it before as a teenager. Saw the movie obviously, and dealing with the Watchmen and the book since, and the stories that came out since. But I'm very much looking forward to sitting down and reading that book from start to finish properly again.
Yeah, it holds up. It's a long read too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I know it's just under an inch.
9 panels on every pages and stuff. Like it's thicker than a Snicker.
Yeah. Yeah. Watchmen is amazing. Yeah.
I learned that Chris the Comic Vet was apparently a Harley Quinn fan. I didn't really know that.
It's true. I'm looking forward to that one.
More than Ghostmaker?
He got 2 items from me.
I had to let him go.
One of them was a 6-time signed Harley Quinn slab.
Ironically, all by Bill Sienkiewicz, all 6 signatures.
And then the other,
nothing wrong with that though.
No, not at all.
Bill's the other was the Perillo 25th anniversary raw book that's signed by Amanda Connor, Jimmy Palmiotto.
That 6-time Bill Sienkiewicz book. The 6-time Bill Sienkiewicz book is actually why he's wearing that hoodie today. That's why it says Bills.
Bills.
Yeah. Are we not going to mention the sketch cover donation?
We're not. But everyone,
shock the world.
Oh yeah, that was. You should see these guys. He said the person who donated this won't allow me to reveal his name.
Nobody bid on it for that reason.
A $50 donation, and then finally, yeah. And then when I did, then it was like, oh okay, well,
it went.
It would have went for a lot more had you not been.
Well, next time we do this, I'll figure something else out, and I'll have it on DJ show and see where it goes from there.
You could have it on that show. It would have ran up.
DJ's the one who bought it.
Yeah, I know. It went. Jean is saying that he made it all the way to page 200 and gave up. Too much text. We'll try to read it eventually. Jean, you got to give that a go, man. You got to give that a go.
Books are the words.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that jokingly.
I'm still working on mine. I've got it at work, and so like I kind of catch up as I can, but Nick's Kicks and Comics sent me a copy of it.
And it's one you can just chip away at because there's so much meat to it. Like how you're saying, how you got to page 200 is just too much. Take it in. You're under no obligation to do it all in one sitting. I mean, it took that book a year to even release originally. You don't have to read it in a year. You can take your time.
And from what I hear, much like The Killing Joke, every time you read The Watchmen, there's almost a different storyline that you pick up on. There's so many different themes that's in that one.
See, there you go. Taylor said he'll do a reread when we go to do it. So then we can all just pop on and actually talk about it. Does Watchmen hold up?
I'll figure out where I'm at, and I'll wait until you guys get to that point, and then I'll jump back in. So.
And I can actually do a proper read and wait now that I have my official bookmark.
A little late, but hey.
It's classic now.
The fact that I have it, I feel like I'm loved again. I felt so unloved without magnets from Comic Vet. I'm like, bro, how is this a thing?
When the world hands you a sticker,
I sent him his first
game and give them back a magnet.
The very first Comic Vet merch that existed, I shipped to Canada.
That's true.
I think it's hilarious. I've been interested. CBCS, now that they've moved, has apparently all of a sudden broken free. They're padlocked of goods have been sitting there because well, I don't know about that, but so on the C3 stream, right? I opened up 5 submissions, right? Mm-hmm. I have a 6th submission that's arrived, and I have a 7th submission that I just got notification of shipping. So it's like in a span of 3 weeks, all of a sudden 4 months worth of submissions or 5 months worth of submissions.
That's good. They might be getting clear through that bottleneck problem they were having. I think what's happened is we just keep bouncing between companies, flooding one company than the other. As soon as one gets any kind of negative going on, everyone floods the other one.
So I think there was part of that, but I think the real issue is what happened was they knew they were moving, and they just freaking started packing stuff up. And they just let it, and then moved it, and it was boxed up and didn't want to crack shit up. And so they were only focused on their new Express stuff because they launched their new Express before the move. And all of a sudden their wait times went from 20 weeks to a year. And it was oh, okay. you've obviously what happens is they just freaking packed it all up and said, we're going to focus on people who pay a lot of shit until we move, and then we'll unbox the stuff and then we'll get through it. That's what I'm guessing.
The Curse of the Black Freighter, Taylor. Yeah, that's mandatory reading.
Gator has joined us.
Gerard Butler is actually the actor who did play the voice of the stranded pirate in the movie. Because if you get the ultimate cut of Watchmen, like part of when that movie released, that was a time when they intentionally did like theatrical extended DVD cuts because they were trying to sell discs in a time before streaming. So one of the also things they did an add-on where you could get the animated movie for the Curse of the Black Freighter. But if you get the ultimate cut of Watchmen, it's like the full-length film with that put back in it where it goes. It's pretty tough.
Mark has stickers.
Yes,
magnets. Magnets.
Yeah.
How come I don't have a Legion of Comics magnet?
Oh, because they're not that old.
No, I have a Remy Q magnet.
You know how Sticker Mule works. I shopped the advertisement.
Yeah, I got a Remy Q magnet. I have a Chris the Comic Vet magnet.
So you don't have these either. These came in. You joined day one when I just had the stickers at first. But I've since then gotten stickers, magnets. The magnets just look like your sticker, like this.
Oh, well, that's right. They stick to my my racking in my warehouse. That's right. I'm going to call it a comic book warehouse now. Just don't compare it to mine to the size of Scott's.
Iggy might be onto something here. Shall we all start reading Watchmen and do a monthly community review show, like a book club? That's not a bad idea. We all pick a book and go read it. And
comic book back issue book club.
Yeah. Trade paperback book club.
Yep. Yeah. Yes. What if I bring the hardback? Am I allowed to come?
Yeah, you can.
That's okay.
You can come. You can come hard.
Okay.
When we finish Watchmen, can we do Doomsday Clock?
I'm down. You laughed, but I enjoyed Doomsday Clock.
I said sarcasm. Was there sarcasm there?
No.
Oh yeah.
I'm keeping that alive.
Is this one where Dr. Manhattan figures out you can't have any kind of universe without Superman existing? Yes. Is that the whole premise of it?
He's the center of
everything.
Yes.
Okay. Just on that premise alone.
Yeah, no matter what Dr. Manhattan did to manipulate and change the DC universe, creating the entire New 52 universe temporarily, no matter what, how many times he had changed the past, Superman still is the center of it all. And he can't figure out why. And it brings him back to his humanity. Like, this is nuts. It was so good.
Sounds wonderful. Mm-hmm. And after that, I would recommend probably Death of Kraven and the Death of Kraven and the one where Superman loses in the Kingdom Come.
How dare you not be able to remember that?
What? Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for hanging out with us on New Comic Book Day. We appreciate it. TW, wherever you are, appreciate your time. Remy, thanks for coming in with your nod towards my country and that wonderful bondage Thor.
He's got
Rob, as always, thank you for being my right hand for the show. Mark,
Remy's
thanks for spending a little bit of time with us.
We have to wrap it up. Remy has to go. He has a curling match.
I know. Oh, anyways,
the Golden Age, that would be a good one. That was like we'll talk after the stream.
We'll talk after the show.
Yeah, that's really cool.
It doesn't have to be just DC, Kyle. Ladies and gentlemen, stay safe, and we'll see you next time.
Hasta la pasta, vaya con